You've already been beaten twice this season. You do not want to take a third loss to the same team.
Well, in many ways, Steve, it's almost a must-win situation, and that should be plenty of motivation enough. I mean, they've prepared for this game, the coaches and players. They understand the matchups, advantages and disadvantages. They've got a game plan at both ends of the floor. At the very least, they will come prepared to do battle. And because of that, I think it'll be very interesting to see how the approach unfolds in this one.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Young out there with Wiggins. Then there's Martin. And it's Livingston in at the center. And so Levine nails both of them. And here are the Pelicans, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Deflects the pass. Evans with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Now the dish to Martin. To the inside. There's Levine. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Flash passes to Davis. Stolen by Levine. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Shoots from 12. Martin with the bucket.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Shoots off the step back. That one finds the mark on target from Flash.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Here's Levine. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The Timberwolves shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
This season has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Guys, they're only making about 71%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Here's Flash. 43 points out last game. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. 4-point game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
You know, that was one of the worst efforts you'll see from them, guys. Even though they were playing against a better team, it shouldn't have been that bad.
And, Steve, even against a mediocre team, that performance wouldn't have been good enough. But you play that way against a good team, and you'll really get blasted.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Flash. And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That's his first foul. On defense, the Pelicans. And Young kicks to Wiggins. Levine can't hit.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist from Kevin Martin.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Flash.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Levine. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
That was one of those games where everybody has fun because they blew them out. The bench played. Everybody got in on the act.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
It's been a good one for Flash. He's already got 11 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Now, here is Young. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Wiggins. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Timberwolves trail by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Clock at 4. Can they get it? Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Timberwolves have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. New Orleans making some changes here. Brandon Bass is checked in for Anthony Davis. Darius Miller comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Holiday in for Gordon. Here's Flash. He's got 14. Rebounded by Pekovic.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there. And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
The Timberwolves shot 5 of them. At the sub, Levine's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Levine. His last outing, 16 points for him. And it's Bennett atop the key. To the wing on the left. Levine passes to Bennett. That's good. Bennett.
All right, everyone relax. Run your sets, attack the rim, crash the boards on both ends, and we'll be fine. Come on now, let's get after it.
All right, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team. Let them hear it.
Here's Flash. Can't get it to go. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Pelicans ahead, up by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Now, the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
Gordon is the 2 with Evans playing small forward. Brandon Bass is out there with Davis. Then it's Flash in at the point. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Flash in the last outing against the Nuggets was superb. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
Five to shoot. So it's the Pelicans now. Now here is Martin. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
Here's Livingston, and that misses. That would have put him up.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off. What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Well, you know what? He could have fouled that up going for the big slam. I thought that was a nice job just taking the layup.
Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too. Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Kicks it to Martin. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And here they go. Here's Davis. Another one falls for New Orleans. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. The three. And that one's good. Young's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Here's Flash, and that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
And Young kicks to Levine. And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Anderson comes in for Brandon Bass. And Smith subbed in for Gordon.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Flash, covered by Rubio. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Pass to Dang. Back to Martin. Now here's Wiggins. Covered by Evans. And it's Wiggins missing. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Flash. Again, the Pelicans score.
Boy, don't you just admire that tenacity he shows out on the floor.